Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining me on this quick live stream. So originally I had planned to just do a quick stream around about results of today and covering some of my drop successes and some tips and tricks. And what's actually happened is just before I went live, VEVE have come up with a surprise drop. So I'm just currently doing it stubborn. Yeah, so originally that was my plan, but I think I'll cover the sort of surprise drop. So it's a Comic Con exclusive drop, and it's covering Back to the Future. As you can see, 65 gems sold out. Very, very low mint numbers here. I'm checking the facts. So yeah, 1985. Obviously, a reference to Back to the Future in itself. And then for Jaws, they are 1975. So basically, the year they came out is the number of mint editions we've created. So it's kind of fun stuff. Market's back up, so I can do a quick check for you just now and kind of see where things are sitting at. So yeah, you can see the prices here. I still think about 200 gems is a bit low for both of these. We're easily looking at about 300 gems, but at the moment, because everyone's wanting the gems, we're going for a quick sell. The prices are quite low just now. I'll just do a quick check of the Back to the Future one. There's a Back to the Future one there for 190. Again, quite low considering what it is. You know, the IP is quite a popular IP. We just have to wait and see how the prices go over time. But if you do have a spare 190 gems, I do think it is something. It's not financial advice, it's my opinion. But if I had a spare 190 gems, it's something I would pick up and use just now and keep and hold on to, as I think it'll just go up in value over time, especially when you hit kind of upcoming anniversaries for Back to the Future. So another thing I'll check on just now whilst I'm here is Captain Carter. Just quite keen to see how she's doing. Oh, yeah, she's right here. So 250, 249. So that was out of the 25 gem drop from yesterday. It's now 10x. I think it'll only go up for numerous reasons. It is a full set in itself. The character will probably be appearing at some point in a new MCU movie next year, Doctor Strange 2 and the Multiverse of Madness, and she's one of the more popular characters from the recent WhatIF Disney Plus show. So that was my quick thoughts on the drops today. Really interesting. There was also the Thanos drop for those interested in the comic side of things. Again, the comic side of things are going quite low just now, just because everyone's trying to get their gems for the recent drops that are upcoming. So the common for Thanos got over 2,000 on the market just now, and 15 gems. So even if you picked up a gem, so even if you picked up the comic at the drop for 7 gems, you've doubled your money basically to 15 gems there. So doing well. So the real reason why I wanted to go live was just do a quick, can I share my thoughts on some of the chat and some of the videos I've seen online about potential bots on the VEVE app. So I've always suspected, I've only been using VEVE for about 2-3 weeks, but I always thought it's easy to exploit with a bot. And by a bot, it just means something that can help click on the buy now button faster than a human can, and enable them to get the drops a little bit quicker on people, and potentially stop others who are legitimate trying to get the drops from getting them. So obviously, if this is VEVE knows about this, we're going to try and stop it. But for me, a lot of people's evidence, I've not seen all of it, but for me, bots are just something that happens regardless of, you know, the apps. People always try and come up with exploits for games, for apps, particularly when you can make a lot of money from doing it as well, both from selling the bot and from what you get from using the bot. So I'm not surprised that that exists. I would expect VEVE to come out and be a bit more forceful on what we're actually doing, you know, the steps, measures we're taking to stop the bots from being successful or from working, because it is potentially going to drive people away from the app. But I'd also mention that a lot of people use multiple devices, you know, for each device having a different account on it. So I sit on a live stream normally for a drop, and I hear people in the chat saying they've got 4, they've got 5 devices set up, ready to go, either themselves or with family and friends help. So all these separate accounts will only have just one corrector at most, probably, because They've just been set up with a fake email address or a newly created email address, some gems to do the drop, and if we're lucky, we'll get a correctable format drop or not. So that's an issue as well. It needs to be dealt with, because if people have more devices, more people to help out, yeah, it's going to increase their chance of success. And also, if those devices have anyone in a bot application on it, that's just going to have an even greater effect on the ability to get the drops before everyone else. So I don't think VEVE can do anything but the multiple accounts, because there's lots of reasons why different accounts will have the same credit card or PayPal details, for a family, etc. I don't think there's too much they can do that. They can make it more time consuming to get a drop. Having a buy now button, it could be 2 or 3 button clicks, or it could be some sort of captcha to kind of recognise that you're a human, and that'd also cut down potential in the bots as well. So there's a few things they can take, steps they can take to do. I think it's just a case of VEVE just being quiet just now until we've put in those steps. Then I'll talk about successful steps I've had. But I'm genuinely interested in what people think. I watched VEVE Vision's video earlier on today. It brought my attention to the bots, so thank you to them. I was also watching VEVE Vault at the live streams there for both drops, and again it was discussed there. So I've had a wee look online. There's a couple of other videos out there. So if you are interested, you just VEVE bots you can search for on YouTube. It'll explain the evidence base and why people think there are bots out there. I do not condone the use of bots at all. I only use one device with one account, because again I think that's just being fairness and being transparent with people to say actually that's what I believe in. So I'm not interested in finding out how to get a bot or how to use multiple accounts. If you're looking for that kind of information, you won't find it here. But I would do what brings people's attention to the fact that bots do exist, and people are using bots potentially to get a head start on drops. So if you did like this video, if you do like the channel, please do subscribe and hit that like button. Every time you do that, it brings this video and this channel to other people's attentions, and those people could convert to being VEVE users, and more people on the platform means the existing collectibles go up in value, which means our existing portfolios become even more viable than they already are. So it's not just in my benefit, but it's also for other people's benefits and yourself for hitting that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And with that, I'll thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for joining this live stream. If you do like the content, please drop a like and subscribe, and leave in the comment section how you got on for drop today and any thoughts